Dear Diary, in the heart of Ilocos Sur lies a city where time stands still, where every stone, every brick, every creaking wooden floor whispers a story of the past. This is Vigan. Witness as we explore a once flourishing coastal trading post, shaped by centuries of Chinese merchants, Spanish colonizers, and resilient Ilocanos. It is one of the few Hispanic towns left in the Philippines whose structures have remained intact. And because of that, it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1999. Walk through this legendary street where ancestral homes line the cobblestone streets, their Spanish-Mexican-Chinese architecture blending harmoniously under the glow of vintage-style street lamps. The air is filled with the scent of local delicacies and the echoes of horse-drawn carriages, offering a glimpse into a time long gone yet vividly alive. Okay, this morning, we left Mankind Benguet at the break of day. If you want to see the epic road from Benguet to Ilocos, or you are into motorcycle vlogs too, check our previous videos. They are fully packed with amazing views along the way, history and fun facts just like this video. Now it's the afternoon, and we have arrived at Vigan after a very long ride. We booked a hotel within the mainstream tourist spots. This is the view from the inside. You won't believe how noisy this hotel is. But in the best way possible, here we are at this beautiful hotel called Hotel Salcedo de Vigan. The interior is amazing. The chairs and furniture complement the wooden floor so well. They look like they've been hosting centuries of chica. You'd think it's just another heritage hotel with antique furniture and charming aesthetics. But there's something about Vigan hotels that goes beyond the surface. The floorboards and stairs are super creaky, not because they're old and unkept, but because the architectural design intentionally preserves the historical style of the building and its interior. So if you're visiting Vigan, expect that most hotels would have creaky floors. Now, the original plan was to check in, drop our bags, and get some rest, maybe even take a solid nap. But we were so excited that we went out of our hotel instead. This is Calle Crisologo, just a few steps away from the hotel that we chose to stay in. Here's why this street hasn't changed in over 100 years. Back in the Spanish colonial period, Vigan was a major trading hub. Especially during the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade, it became a vibrant melting pot of Chinese, Filipino, and Spanish influences, which is exactly what you see reflected in the architecture today. We're really hungry now and looking for a place to eat. The smell of food is driving me nuts. Local delicacies like babinka, bagnet, chips, and Vigan longganisa. Speaking of longganisa, ever had longganisa in your pasta? At the end of this famous cobblestone street, we found a cafe called Anian Cafe. Oh my god, talk about aesthetic. Wow, it's like one of the cutest cafes we've seen here in Vigan. I mean, look at this decor. It's so charming, and there are a few customers. Very chill. But here's the kicker. They've got a plaque that says, "Best in hot coffee concoctions." How very nice. We ordered the General Luna tapa meal and the longanisa macaroni, plus some iced coffee to cool us down. The meals are amazing. The tapa is juicy, tender, and flavorful. And the longanisa pasta, equally delicious. Who would have thought to combine regular pasta with local Vigan longganisa? Genius. But it doesn't end there. Even the design on their cups is super aesthetic. It has a picture of the iconic cobblestone streets. I love businesses that pay attention to even the smallest details. Anian Cafe really nailed it. Good job. Now, coming from Anian Cafe, we decided to walk off our hearty meal with a stroll to Plaza Burgos, just a short distance away. This tranquil plaza holds the memory of a true Filipino hero. This is what Plaza Burgos looks like in the afternoon. Look at that sky, how blue. It's equally peaceful and beautiful. There are people walking around, friends hanging together, families chilling, and children playing. What else? Street vendors too, selling ice cream and toys. But here's the cool thing. Plaza Burgos isn't just any public square. It is named after Father Jose P. Burgos, a native of Vigan and one of the 3 martyr priests known as Gumburza, because he was a key advocate for the rights of Filipino clergy. During the Spanish era, his legacy lives on here. Therefore, this peaceful public square stands as a tribute to his courage, where a monument honors his memory. Okay, so after walking at Plaza Burgos and enjoying the peaceful afternoon vibe at that beautiful park, we are heading over to 7-Eleven because we need to buy some supplies and things that we need for our stay here in Vigan, and some snacks that we can bring back to the hotel and some drinks. So after picking up a few stuff at 7-Eleven, we are now heading over to buy one of the reasons why we came over to this place. Can you guess what? Yep, the famous Marsh's Delicacies. This spot shares the same location as the cozy 1985 Studio Cafe. We're here because we can't resist their bibingka and leche flan, which are hands down the best I've ever had in my entire life. No kidding, no exaggeration, no influencer deal. Just straight up creamy, caramel topped perfection that melts in your mouth and makes you believe in love at first bite. That's just our personal favorite, but they have other types of local snacks too. We are heading back to our hotel to get some rest, and we plan to go out again when it's already dark to see a different vibe. Ah, these creaky floors make you question your weight and life decisions. Nighttime. We're meeting up with our friends this time to go window shopping and see the fountain. What happens when water, music, and lights come together? Let's find out. This is the famous dancing fountain in Vigan. But it's not just any ordinary fountain. It's a mesmerizing water show that we spent a whole 30 minutes watching. The colors, the movement, and the music all blend together in such a beautiful way. It's honestly so wonderful. And the best part? There aren't many people watching with us. Just the perfect crowd for a Monday evening. Because it's a weekday, the atmosphere is calm and peaceful, making it a great time to visit when you want a more serene experience. This show takes place at Plaza Salcedo, which is a central public square, bringing together the local community for social gatherings. The contrast between the dark surroundings and the lively, colorful water creates such a magical vibe. Therefore, it's a great family activity that's completely free. Just one of those simple joys you can enjoy here in Vigan. The night is still young, so of course we will head back to the streets to enjoy more of that old world scene. Do you want to see a UNESCO World Heritage Site? You're looking at it. This cobblestone street in Vigan is exclusively reserved for calesas or horse-drawn carriages, so there are no cars here. The street is lined with ancestral houses. The design is a fusion of Spanish, Mexican, and Chinese architectural styles, reflecting Vigan's rich history as a bustling trading post during the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade. The preservation of these structures earned Vigan recognition as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But despite its historical charm, the street is far from stuck in the past. It's alive with families and tourists dining al fresco, enjoying the vibrant atmosphere under the glow of vintage-style street lamps. You'll spot these classic Filipino horse-drawn carriages offering rides down the street. These beautiful colonial-era buildings on each side are definitely looking more cinematic and beautiful. The quaint stores selling vintage items, antiques, and old-school Filipino memorabilia are looking busier. But they said, if you want more cinematic shots, it is best to visit at dawn. So after we've had more empanada and ice cream and other street food, we headed back to our hotel, crashed at our friend's room for chica, and headed back to ours and set my alarm for 3 a.m. Early in the morning, I woke up just to get a walking vlog. And I am really surprised at how empty this place is. Like 95% of the time, I was the only person walking here. Maybe because it's a Tuesday morning, so there are no tourists around. But despite the emptiness, this morning stroll is something else. Listen to the symphony of birds chirping all around. The busy shops are closed, so you basically have the entire place to yourself. There are so many opportunities for cinematic shots. The stillness of the morning gives this street a whole new life. Since there are very few cars, I had the pleasure of walking and exploring the adjacent streets too, which are equally as beautiful. This is Plaza Burgos at dawn. It's even more beautiful now that it's empty. After an hour of walking, I returned back to the hotel to get some rest and wait for the sun to show up. It's 7 a.m. and we're heading over to Vigan Public Market, just out of curiosity to see what's out there. This is outside of the mainstream tourist spots. The roads are now smooth and paved, not the cobblestone streets we saw a while ago. Most of the houses here are already being modernized. However, they still have a little touch of the historic vibe. Even the small businesses here are decorated with wooden decor and wooden signage to complement the overall vibe of the city. Therefore, if you have some spare time when you come back, you can explore the other parts of the city to see what's out there. And I passed by this plant. Green leaves and a lot of tiny pink flowers. I just had to stop and take a video of it because it's so cute. But now, we have to leave this flower behind and go see what's in the market. Inside the public market of Vigan, like most public markets in many cities, they sell a lot of raw goods like vegetables, fruits, handmade products, and other kitchen and pantry essentials. It's March 2025, and there are a lot of renovations going on. Since most of the stalls are still closed because we are early, we decided to go to Bicentennial Park instead, another free site. We took a short tricycle ride. I have no idea how the four of us fit in there, but we were excited to see the new spot and play with the gigantic chess pieces. But to our dismay, this is the scene when we arrived. This is sad. Most of the chess pieces are already gone. This park was created to commemorate Vigan's bicentennial anniversary, marking its establishment as a city. It serves as a recreational space for locals and tourists, but right now it serves as a spot for us to unwind and do bird watching because, hey, even if the chess pieces are gone, we can still watch the birds singing and playing on top of the trees. I really hope they restore this place though, and those chess pieces too. After resting for a while, we opted to visit one more place before we go back home. We walked just across the street passing this bridge and proceeded to our final spot. This is another free and a very informative and historic tourist spot. and it is no other than the National Museum that opens at 10 a.m. Here are the most interesting things we saw there. First, there's the former provincial jail of Ilocos Sur. This is a well-preserved Spanish colonial-era architecture, featuring brick and mortar masonry with white plaster exteriors and red clay barrel roof tiles. Second, Basi Revolt artifacts. There's a whole gallery, which houses 14 paintings depicting the 1807 uprising against Spanish rule, recognized as national cultural treasures. Third, preserved jail cells. Experience the preserved inmate cells, complete with original cast iron bars, offering a glimpse into the penitentiary's past. Fourth, Philippine President Elpidio Quirino was born within the jail complex in 1890, adding a significant historical layer to the site. Discover personal artifacts and portraits of President Quirino and his wife, Alicia Siquia, including works by national artists Fernando Amorsolo and Guillermo Tolentino. Those and many more things to see here. So if you have spare time, do visit. You will learn many things. There is no entrance fee. You just need to log in. But right now we will head back to the hotel to pack our things because we got so caught up exploring this place that we lost track of time. It's time to say goodbye to our cozy room and head back to Baguio. If you enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned on our next adventure. We will come back to Vigan again because there is so much more to explore. But since we are pressed for time today, we visited the free areas first. Just as we were ready to go home. There's a friggin' nail on my tire.